Hello everybody, how is it going? And welcome to another episode of Amps in the Axe FX3. Today we are going to be checking out the final Carol Ann amp in the Axe FX3, the Carol Ann Tucana 3. Hey, this is your first time here, please press that subscribe button. I don't want you to miss any of the cool things we got going on here. So let's dive into the Tucana 3, check it out, talk about it, see what makes it tick. So IR wise, I'm going to be using the GGD Zilla oversized 412 with a V30 from the UK with an SM57 on it. For IR wise, let's read about the amp. So the Tucana 3 is the flagship of the Carol Ann world. Everything I'm going to be getting is going to be coming from the Amp Guy. I'm going to put that in the description down below if you want to check it out. The Tucana is a flagship of Carol Ann amps. It's the 3-channel amp, but the only one that we have in it is the this is the lead channel, because Cliff actually modeled the clean, and we have a lot of the other overdrives from the other Carol Anns, and they kind of start to run together. So I guess that's why he modeled the lead channel, just my guess. For the actual amp, it uses KT88s. Let's see, does it use KT88s in here? Yes, it does. Awesome. More amps need to use KT88s and 87s. Those are some cool tubes that I feel people kind of overlook for 606s and EL34s. If you want to hear some really cool insight from the amp from Alan himself, this is a really cool video to watch. I find that all the Carol Ann amps are pretty particular with their speakers. I mean, with all of them, I went through a bunch of my guitars, I went through a bunch of IRs, and I just finally settled on the ones that we're using here. I'm using my G&L Legacy Special Strat with DiMarzio injectors in the neck and bridge and a 68 in the middle. If you dial up these amps and you're really not happy with each other, just keep messing with it. It might take you a little while to kind of get them in. The Tucana is my favorite of them. I kind of like the OD2 and the Tucana are my favorite too. The triptych is really good. It has a lot of teeth in it, but I just kind of vibe with these more. I don't know why. The Tucana is very smooth. It's a very creamy amp. I find that it doesn't push a lot of those harsher frequencies the more that you push it up. Because like I find that the triptych, it can get pretty harsh pretty fast depending on how you do it. So the way I dial it in is there's no real rhyme or reason why I have the input drive and overdrive like this. You can kind of mix and match however you want. I just thought it sounded better like this. If you put the input drive low, it brightens it up a little bit. And if you put, you know, because this kind of sets your flavor that you want to use, and this kind of sets how much distortion that you have. These amps, they're kind of like a Marshall in a way, to where like the harder you push them, like you get like a lot of low mids that are going to come through. So just kind of be wary of that. Cliff actually loves this amp. He says it's one of his favorite amps in the world. Alan Phillips, who makes Carol Ann, and Cliff are very close. They're friends. So Alan actually okays all of the amps, Carol Ann amps that are in the Axe FX3, which I think that's really awesome. Let's actually play a little bit more. Let me actually kind of reverse what I have here, unless you hear what that sounds like. Alright, let me reverse that, go right back to there. It's about what I had. I really like the Tucana because it's very smooth, it's very creamy, and I find the harder you push it, it kind of holds back the harshness. This is about 8, see what that sounds like. I find these amps are very touch sensitive too. Like the harder you bang on them, the more like teeth they come out with. I have a very sharp scoop in here. Let me lower this down. I'm gonna lower it a little bit because it's gonna come up when we take it off. These amps are so full. All of the Carol Anns are so full of mids. Let me actually turn this off and let you hear what that sounds like. Tons of mids in there. That's why I took them out. They were kind of a little bit overbearing there. That's really all that I touched EQ wise. I didn't really touch anything else. Dialed in everything on the authentic tab. Like I said before, the Tucana is my favorite. Yik actually prefers the triptych. I just prefer the Tucana. I like how kind of smooth and laid back it is, I guess you could say. And it's very different from the triptych. I find the triptych just kind of like this wild beast that's just kind of out there, and I find that the Tucana is just like, yeah, man, what's up, man? It's 5. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for the Carol Ann Tucana. That's actually it for the Carol Ann amps and Yak effects. They're kind of sad to see them go. I wish we had a lot more. These amps are really great. They all have their own special character. I would advise you to play around with them, see which one that you like. Like I said, the Tucana is one of my favorites just because of how smooth and laid back it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you thought this video was cool, leave me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, guys. It's absolutely free, and we have cool stuff that we're doing on here. Don't want you to miss any of it. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to have to catch you in the next one. Peace.